For 4 years, the plan was simple. Give the ball to Paige. Now she's gone, and everyone's asking how UConn will survive. But what if losing the best player in the country is exactly what they need to become a championship team again?
Prime Field!
Welcome to Prime Field. On this special edition of Huskies Show, we turn our lens to a titan of college basketball facing a seismic shift. In the spring of 2025, Paige Bueckers, after leading the UConn Huskies to an NCAA championship, was selected as the #1 overall pick in the WNBA draft by the Dallas Wings. It was the storybook ending to a collegiate career that redefined a program. But her departure marked more than just the exit of a star player. It was the end of an era defined by her singular talent, her extraordinary court vision, and an offense built almost entirely around her. For 4 years, UConn's identity was Bueckers. Now that identity is gone. This raises a fundamental question, one that confronts every sports dynasty eventually. How does a program recalibrate after the departure of a generational talent? For the UConn Huskies, the answer isn't about finding the next Paige Bueckers. Instead, it's a deliberate strategic pivot back to a different philosophy, a system that prizes the collective over the individual. This is the story of UConn's post-Bueckers reset, and the calculated transition from an offense centered on a star to one built for a system. And today, in the WNBA, Paige Bueckers is proving why she was worth that top pick. As a rookie for the Dallas Wings, she's been named to the 2025 All-Star Game, earned Rookie of the Month honors in both June and July, and has established a league-leading streak of double-digit scoring to start her career. Yet the journey hasn't been without bumps. This week, Bueckers, averaging around 18.6 points, 5.4 assists, and 4.1 rebounds per game, was sidelined with a back injury that ruled her out of a recent game against the New York Liberty. Her absence was felt, as the Wings struggled in her stead. Still, her early season performance, marked by maturity, consistency, and leadership, has elevated her as a front-runner in the Rookie of the Year race. The Wings may be rebuilding, but with her at the helm, the franchise's future looks brighter than it has in years. So, as the Prime Field spotlight shifts from college legend to rising pro, we witness the continuation of a legacy and the birth of a new one. To understand where UConn is going, one must first quantify what they've lost. Paige Bueckers wasn't just the team's leading scorer, she was its operational center. During her final season, she commanded a usage rate of 28.2%. To put that in perspective, that figure is comparable to the offensive load carried by NBA superstars. The offense by design was heliocentric. Everything revolved around her. The statistical evidence is stark. With Bueckers on the court, UConn's assist-to-turnover ratio was an efficient 1.8 to 1. When she was off the court, that number fell to 1.2 to 1. Her presence alone elevated the entire team's offensive execution. This system maximized her incredible talent, leading to a national title. But it also had drawbacks. At times, it limited the development of complementary offensive weapons and made the Huskies' attack predictable. If you could slow down Bueckers, you could slow down UConn. Her exit leaves a void in scoring, leadership, and that rare clutch gene. You cannot simply replace a player who accounted for nearly 20 points and 5 assists per game. The challenge for head coach Geno Auriemma and his staff is not to fill that void with one person, but to re-engineer the entire machine. This situation, while daunting, is not unfamiliar territory for UConn. The program's history provides a blueprint for this exact scenario. We only need to look back to the post-Diana Taurasi era, after the legendary guard departed for the WNBA in 2004. Faced with a similar challenge, Coach Geno Auriemma initiated a foundational shift. He moved away from a star-driven offense and implemented a fluid, motion-based system. That system de-emphasized isolation, plays, and instead relied on constant player movement, sharp cuts, and shared scoring responsibilities. It leveraged the diverse collective talents of players like Renee Montgomery, Maya Moore, and Tina Charles. The result? 2 consecutive undefeated seasons and national championships in 2009 and 2010. It proved that a UConn team without a single dominant gravitational force could be even more formidable. This historical precedent serves as the philosophical underpinning for the current transition. It's a strategic choice, rooted in past success, to pivot towards a more balanced and versatile offensive system. It is a move from relying on individual brilliance to achieving systematic excellence. The success of a motion offense depends entirely on having the right personnel. Players with high basketball IQs who can shoot, pass, and move without the ball. For the 2025 to 2026 season, UConn's roster appears well suited for this transition, with a core of returning players ready to step into larger, more collaborative roles. Leading the charge from the perimeter is graduate guard Azzi Fudd. Known as an elite shooter with a career three-point percentage of 43.2%, her primary role will be to create spacing, stretching defenses thin and opening up cutting lanes for her teammates. Alongside her is junior guard KK Arnold, whose explosive first step provides a crucial element of dribble penetration. Her improved decision-making makes her a key secondary ball handler and playmaker. Rounding out this versatile group is junior wing Ashlyn Shade. Standing at 5'10", Shade embodies the modern, positionless basketball style, capable of defending multiple positions and contributing offensively without dominating the ball. Together, this trio forms the foundation of a distributed offensive attack, designed to make defenses work harder and prevent them from keying in on any single player. They are the architects of a new, more unpredictable UConn offense. While the guards and wings provide the perimeter framework, the most pivotal piece in UConn's offensive evolution may be a forward. Enter Sarah Strong, the #1 overall recruit from the 2024 class. Her arrival in stores was a significant recruiting victory, and her freshman season demonstrated why. Strong didn't just contribute. She produced a stat line that signals a paradigm shift. In her first year, she averaged 16.1 points, 8.8 rebounds, 3.6 assists, 2.3 steals, and 1.6 blocks per game. These aren't just impressive numbers. They showcase a staggering level of versatility from the forward position. Her pedigree is equally notable. She was the 2024 Naismith High School Player of the Year, and is the daughter of former WNBA player Allison Feaster and former professional player Danny Strong. Her impact was immediate and profound. Strong's efficiency, shooting 58.6% from the field, combined with her playmaking ability, gives UConn a dimension it lacked even during the Bueckers era. She represents a new kind of weapon for the Huskies, one whose unique skill set is the key to unlocking the full potential of their new offensive philosophy. The strategic importance of Sarah Strong cannot be overstated. At 6'2", her ability to initiate the offense from the high post is a tactical game changer. Traditionally, offenses are orchestrated by point guards, but by running plays through Strong, UConn can create immediate mismatches against opposing forwards and centers who are not accustomed to defending a primary playmaker so far from the basket. This approach is reminiscent of trends seen in the modern NBA, where versatile forwards often act as offensive fulcrum. Strong's 3.6 assists per game as a freshman forward speaks volumes about her court vision and willingness to pass. She doesn't just score, she elevates the players around her. Her presence diversifies the attack, moving it away from a perimeter-dominant system into a multifaceted offense that can score from anywhere on the floor. This forward-driven playmaking style, combined with her efficiency as a scorer and her prowess as a rebounder and defender, makes her the perfect centerpiece for a motion offense. She's not a replacement for Paige Bueckers. She's the catalyst for a completely different way of playing basketball. The strategic shift to a balanced motion offense offers several distinct advantages, at least on paper. First and foremost is the potential for improved shot quality. A system based on ball and player movement is designed to generate open looks, systematically creating higher percentage shots and reducing the reliance on difficult contested mid-range jumpers that often come from isolation plays. Second, this approach creates defensive complexity for opponents. During the Bueckers era, game plans were relatively straightforward. Focus defensive schemes on stopping one player. Now, with multiple capable playmakers on the floor, opponents face a much more difficult challenge. They cannot afford to focus their attention on just Azzi Fudd, KK Arnold, or Sarah Strong. This distribution of offensive responsibility forces defenses to be honest and disciplined, creating more opportunities for the entire team. Finally, the system inherently fosters player development. By demanding that more players take on playmaking and scoring duties, it encourages the growth of complementary offensive weapons. This reduces the immense pressure on any single individual to carry the team, building a more resilient and more sustainable model for success. Despite the clear strategic advantages in a roster built to execute the new system, there are inherent risks. No system, however brilliant, can fully replicate the unquantifiable assets that Paige Bueckers brought to the court. Critics and analysts rightly point to the loss of her clutch gene, an innate ability to deliver in the most high-pressure, late-game moments. Those are plays that transcend coaching and offensive schemes. Furthermore, Bueckers possessed a singular basketball IQ and a level of court vision that cannot be taught. Her ability to see plays develop before they happened and make the perfect read was a weapon in itself. While UConn's recruiting pipeline remains one of the nation's best, the program has yet to produce another player with Bueckers' exact combination of size, skill, and preternatural court sense. This is the central challenge for UConn. While the new motion offense may prove to be more efficient and balanced over the course of 40 minutes, the question will remain. In the final seconds of a tied championship game, who will have the ball in their hands? That is the intangible and immeasurable void that Paige Bueckers leaves behind. A look at the 2025 to 2026 roster reveals a group constructed specifically for this new reality. The team is a blend of veteran leadership and promising new talent, all chosen for their versatility. At the top is graduate student Azzi Fudd, the designated floor spacer and elite scorer. The backcourt is further bolstered by juniors KK Arnold and Ashlyn Shade, who provide the explosive driving ability and positionless flexibility essential for a motion system. The centerpiece, of course, is the now sophomore forward Sarah Strong, the high-post playmaker poised for an even bigger role. But the depth doesn't end there. The incoming freshman class includes intriguing prospects like Blanca Quinones, a 6'2" forward, and Kellis Fisher, a 5'9" guard. While their immediate roles are yet to be defined, their presence adds valuable depth and competition, ensuring the system can be sustained even through substitutions. This roster composition is no accident. It reflects a clear and deliberate team-building philosophy, aimed at creating a unit where the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. It is a roster built not for one star, but for one system, a balanced, motion-oriented offense that emphasizes shared playmaking duties across all 5 positions on the floor. The post-Paige Bueckers era at UConn is not a rebuild. It is a recalibration. It is a calculated and deliberate shift away from a system of individual brilliance and toward one of systematic excellence. Drawing on a successful blueprint from its own history, the program is embracing a motion offense that leverages the collective versatile talents of its entire roster. The emergence of forward Sarah Strong as a unique high-post playmaker is the linchpin of this transition. Her all-around game provides the new dimension required to make the system work at the highest level. And with Strong ineligible for the WNBA draft until at least 2027 due to eligibility rules, UConn has a multi-year window to build and perfect this new identity around her. Challenges certainly remain. The loss of Bueckers' late-game heroics and singular talent is a significant variable. But the strategy is clear. UConn is betting that a more balanced, unpredictable, and team-oriented attack is the key to sustained dominance in the modern era of women's college basketball. The era of the superstar may be over in stores. For now, the era of the system has just begun.
Prime Field!